want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
Their puck drops. We're with you, and at least for now, joined with my broadcast with Coach Dave Flory.
Hey all, get the timing going here.
Yeah, we got our starting lineup. If you was a little silent on our side, but Weaver's got his elbow up. See what happened to him. I think he caught one against the boards there. Hopefully he just needs to shake that one off. In comes the orange line. Paulson joins Linder and Wilson. Kansas City comes in, takes a shot on defense. Flory and Scheifele. Puck goes behind the net. Flory looks to spin around. Kansas City tries to push it in. Linder steps in front of that. He comes out right side, chips it forward. We're going to get some fresh lines. No icing. Kansas City wraps around. They come out their left side. Giles picks it up, works his way into the corner. Kansas City pushes it out behind the goal line. Giles pushes it up. Paulson can't get it. The goalie knocks it down with the stick and covers.
So we did have Titus and Aiden didn't play JV today, so maybe fresh legs.
Yep. So
coming
we
out
did that
here for
yesterday.
VAR. Did
Yep. Yep. They didn't play yesterday either, and I think the idea is he wanted to have complete lines and a lot more fresh legs on the ice. We saw in the previous two games where he was really just running two lines and rotating kind of those third line guys through that one slot. So yeah, I think we saw the tail end of those games where they did that and they're just running out of steam.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think he needed a little more depth. That one sneaks out of the zone. Flory gets
throw.
it, dumps that, gets it in deep. Giles in pursuit into the corner. Casey wraps around. They come out right side. Flory sends it in deep again. A little wide left of the goal there.
Two holds, keeping the pressure on, though, I like.
Yep. I like that we're getting that. We're getting second chances. That one goes out of play.
Throw that right out of play. That wasn't deflected, was it?
I didn't think it went off anybody. So that's pretty
9
high.
iron.
It's something we talked about. Yeah, I was talking about this, and it's true for the JV game as it is for us. It's us getting those shots on goal. We did start with 2 good shots on goal here.
And some holds, right? The puck's been in our end for the most part.
Oh, he's gonna drink. Yeah.
That's exactly why
My regular partner in crime here is back in action. We're going to swap our headsets around as he gets ready here, and we're ready for your usual voice talent back in action.
Boy.
Welcome back, Mike.
I apologize. I got stuck out and realized my timing was off.
Yeah,
Trying to live a healthy lifestyle and get a little walk in, and lo and behold, I
got a
didn't
little too
realize
far away.
I did, and my out of breath is me running back.
Like, oh, what time is it?
So we're back in action here, so apologize for that, everybody.
Yeah, no, I think a pretty solid start here. You look at the scoreboard, we got a couple shots on goal. Feel like we've had some pretty good possession in their zone. So hopefully we can keep this moving on our side. Kansas City's never going to roll over, but certainly I think, we've talked about this. It seems like Sunday morning on a road trip, usually we get a little better game out of these boys. Giles sends that one in. Not quite on goal, I don't think. But
Go, get away, Pinky. Pink, good thing.
Possession.
Test it out front. Yeah, come on.
Yep, Giles is in front. Puck bounces around. Those are those chances we need to get in front of the goal.
Boy, they had 3 of them on him. They're so worried about him, they put 3 of them on him.
Yeah. Little back and forth, and Casey behind the net. Paulson creeps forward, trying to keep the pressure down there.
Good job by Isaac right there. I like that.
Just chip that off the boards and send it forward.
He recognized where he was back behind the center line and knew icing would be the call if he
There we go.
He shot
Send
it down there.
forward.
So
Yep. Paulson in pursuit, pushes it in deep. Kansas City comes around the wheels around the goal there. They come out left side, switching, go back to the left, trying to enter the zone. Shifley's there, can't hold him out, and
yep, just right over the top of his shoulder.
yep. So that one kind of starts. So Shifley pinched on him, tried to hold him in, and he snuck past him, and then all of a sudden he's wide open, uncontested, coming in that left side, and stuck one over Wes's glove side, I think.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, you're not going to want to step in that tight. You're more or less wanting to push him continuously to the outside.
Keep him outside.
Keep him moving out as opposed to coming in and engaging with him. So, yes, you want to shallow in that gap and pull the gap together, but not in such a way that he's able to wheel around you. So,
so like, and we always did say this, and more of an open field side, but you got that wall there. That wall's like an extra defender. So if you can keep him contained out there and not let him come inside, that proverbial house, that spot between the face-off dots, the top of the circles, and the goal, you want to keep him outside of there. There's where your percentages take you.
The other thing, too, is and Wes was squared up to him, so you want to give credit to the KC shooter as well. I mean, he made a good shot. So Wes was in a good position and had him squared up, but he doesn't quite fill up every inch of that net necessarily, so he was put in a bad spot to begin with.
Yeah.
So here we go, back in, down 1-0. Again, no need to panic here. They just need to, again, play the game we're capable of playing. I don't know that we've played that way the last couple of games, but we certainly know we're capable of it.
Yeah. So something to note over on the side there. Weaver came off. He's holding his elbow. He's over there getting checked out now. So I don't know if, for now, we don't have him. So hopefully he'll be okay and shake that one off. But I didn't quite see what happened. I think he got checked into the wall a little bit. It's moving around a little bit. So we'll see if he comes back. So certainly to change up the lines. He was on that first line to start. Pink in the corner, trying to work that one out. Flory comes in for a little help. Pink gets it, sends it up to Paulson. Paulson has a little room, can't quite get out. That KC defenseman squared up against Paulson, makes him look big. Giles trying to get out of the zone. Kansas City holds the line, sends it back in deep. Down in the corner, some fancy stick handling moves there. Pink comes in for help, disrupts it a little bit.
Good job, Isaac.
Good job.
Well done. Nice,
Great
nice.
angle. Yeah, just got his shoulder in between the player and the puck.
Yep.
Oh, boy, I thought that was going to bounce in the wrong way. But
again, another good job there by Isaac.
Here comes Giles with it. He's got a little breakaway room. Pink's with it. He's got Paulson with him. Makes a move in the center. Tries to push forward. Kansas City has a stick in the way. That's going to deflect out of play. We'll get a face-off in the zone as a fresh line comes in. Good zone entry. We had 3 guys coming into the zone. He had Paulson and who was on the other side of him over there. But he goes in. I like to see that zone entry where we have all of our forwards going in full speed and putting that pressure there.
I think another option would have been is the good opportunity to pass that puck out to Paulson on the outside, let him take it around. Pink makes that F2 charge in.
Yep.
With Oliver's F3 charge. So all 3 going in at the same time is not necessarily your best option, but it is.
Not in a flat line. You want them to be staggered.
Right, but unfortunately they are all 3 flat going in. The last 2 held up just a little bit because of they didn't want to get off sides, but Wilson had a nice shot. Deflect just right off the post. Linder was able to pick it up, coming back through it. Another good shot, but goalie was able to deflect it out, though. So we're getting our shots. We just got to get them to land at some point.
Linder loses his stick.
And, of course, we got to prevent Kansas City from scoring as well.
Yep. So to that zone entry. So we get that. So we come in. We're overloaded. We're 3v2. Wilson or Pink's going in, carrying the puck straight up the ice. He's got his wings with him. And it is one where, like, in a classic case, F1 would go and shift left, but he was squared up. So, yes, a pass in that situation would be, oh, man, look at that. Pink busted a stick.
Stick out.
Congratulations, Ken Pink.
Congratulations. You got a trip to
Pure
Hockey. Nope.
Pure Hockey.
Pure Hockey, big guy.
Correct. We were talking about that earlier.
Keller's, is that Linder made his way in now? Nope. Come on. Nope.
Covers.
Yep. Put it back in. Just nothing in front.
So Carl was squared up. First opportunity, knocked it down, and then it kind of bounced out. And Kansas City just skated out in front of him. Was able, once he kind of bit into that first block, they were able to put it behind him.
They're being able to make that second and third attempt, which we have not shown that we've been able to do in this series. So they're able to stay there, get that second, third shot, and that result shows you what you get back in there. Another goal in the back of the net. So here we go, down 2-0 with 10-17, or at 7 and some odd change, that goal was made. Kansas City is a good puck-moving team, though, and they are going to stay pretty consistent on that board.
Oh, Pink, that was
nope.
arguably
interference
call. He separated from the puck a little bit. He kind of drifted it out there, and he got checked off.
Come on, Aiden. Pick it up.
So Paulson,
good
feed to
job.
Pink.
Yep.
Oh, he goes to try to pull that one inside.
Just keep trying. Instead of trying to pull it into the middle, keep going to the outside and let your teammates come down there and join you instead of you trying to push it through 2 or 3 skaters. He had that open lane on the outside, and that's just where he needs to go instead of trying to go into the center every time.
And we've seen this with some of the other teams. They do a good job. You know, they go to their strong side, they open up, and that gives them a chance. They're skating on the strong side. They either have a shot on goal or they're looking for somebody inside. If they don't have it, they wrap around the net and they let the offense kind of switch side. We talked about that F2, F3. They have to recognize that and look to open that up. And we got to find those opportunities. That's why other teams are getting more shots on goal than us, because we're not taking that. You know, we're trying to make that move where I'm one-on-one trying to make that move to the inside and getting a shot on goal. Let's look for the opportunity. Let's keep possession. Let's keep possession and move it in deep in the zone and get pressure on the net.
Get that set up, right? I mean, as opposed to trying to do it in that one singular moment. I mean, you've got time, and that possession, to your point, is key. Get out. There we go.
Job.
Come on.
Hance retreats.
Oh, just
Linder,
on the outside.
Hard shot just over the goal.
Step up.
Linder's speed is. We've seen a couple opportunities where he's
Good
had
job.
a little breakaway.
Go get it. Go get it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's not a bad move. That's moving in, going deep in their zone. We get fresh legs, not get caught too long on the ice. That comes out of the zone, forces us to check up. Kansas City comes in. And there's one. They just come in, shot on goal.
Yep. Pretty much
easy catch for West.
Uncontested, I guess.
Yeah. Easy catch for West, but still kind of pressure. Looking across the ice, Weaver looks like he might be working his way to the locker room.
Yeah, I've seen him over there trying to stretch his arm out.
Yeah, I don't know if he just got it overextended a little bit, but hate to see him. That's a big force on the ice that we're losing. Hopefully he's not out for the whole game, but we'll see how things go as the game progresses. Oh, there we go. Breakaway for Pink. He's got Paulson with him. Good trailer by Giles. Gets in front of the net. Kansas City able to push it wide. Ames, Jonesy not able to hold the zone. Feeds into Pink. Pink's going to backhand that one deep in the zone as we get some more line rotation. Linder coming in for Pink. Paulson holds it on the corner. Hargrove pushes it in deep. Paulson back behind the net. Giles goes looking for that puck. Kansas City crosses ice. They're really good at just that stretch pass going all the way across the ice. They send one on goal. And
well,
Carl's
one of the reasons why is that we're not also in the same vein. We're not providing any pressure up in that neutral zone, right? Yeah. So they're able to make that stretch pass without any problem because there's no sticks in the way. There's no anticipation of that shot.
Yeah.
They just have a lot of good free opportunities there in neutral zone to make their own zone entry and all that kind of stuff uncontested.
Yeah, and when you can switch ice, when you come from strong side and you're able to make that long stretch pass, Hance a little tangle up against the boards there, trying to get a stick back. Kansas City player doing a good job just holding it under his armpit and pulling it out of his hand. But I was saying, when you can switch ice, if you go strong side, you have everybody pulled over here, and you get one guy in the far side, and you can send that puck across. You switch ice like that, all of a sudden they can come in more uncontested into our zone.
Right there. Come on, pull it.
Linder.
He's got to get a hold of it.
Fighting to get control, yep. Sends it in deep. Wilson wraps that one back behind. Kansas City comes out. They send it up high. Oh, Shifley holds it. Second chance, he gets it back in deep, and we're going to take a chance to put some fresh legs out there.
Yeah. Just
I saw
uncontested.
Pink and Paulson. Yeah. So there's that pass I talked about. You know, they go over there. They go from strong side to weak side, and all of a sudden they're coming in. They have nothing but open ice in between them and in the zone. Oh, we got lucky there.
Got lucky on that one.
Yeah. So
The
look
other
at that.
thing,
See that guy?
the other thing that's going on right now is their blue line is pretty much uncontested as well. They're getting some pretty good shots from their blue line as well. So we're not putting any pressure on their defenders in those moments, which is allowing for that to occur. And so when you get a pretty good uncontested shot from the blue line,
Yep.
that gives so much opportunity for rebounds and for ricochets and all that kind of stuff, that just screening of the goalie and all those things. It's just a trickle effect of the negativity of what can happen when you have an uncontested shot from the blue line.
So we always talked about those battles at the blue line. So when they can control that, you know, like you said, it starts there. They're coming in from the point. That pressure starts from there, and we can't get out of our zone. That makes a difference. It wears them down. Wears our team down. Jonesy in the corner. Gets pitched off. Giles comes away with it. He's got Pink with him. Paulson in pursuit. Good job. Zone entry. He goes far left side. Feeds across.
Just
good
missed
job.
it. Just got a good pass
Cross
by
net.
Wyatt.
Yep.
Oliver attempted to make a switch over to his backhand, but just wasn't able to finalize it. So good sequence, and we're going to need to see a lot more of that.
Yeah, I love to see that. Oh, and he chips.
So close.
that
See,
one
that's what I
forward.
mean. We're not getting that puck luck bounce, right? Because normally that would bounce over the top of that defender's stick, and then Oliver would have had an opportunity for a one-on-one there. So we're not even getting that puck luck opportunities there as well. So we're going on a penalty kill here. We have Hargrove going in for roughing. So we're going to have Linder and Wilson out there with Flory and Shifley. So we are on our first penalty kill of the day. Lisa Jones out there with Papa and Grandma Jones. So welcome to the Joneses. Seeing their grandson Reed.
From Peoria, Illinois.
From Peoria.
I bet we'll see them on senior night.
I can only imagine.
Be good to see them.
4:48 left. We're on a 2-minute penalty kill here. Just an easy bullet in from that defender out there.
Yeah. And it's
Wes was good and squared up on him. Unfortunately, made a shot right into the middle of his breadbasket, but pretty much an uncontested shot.
Yep, and it's not, certainly West did his job there, but they're just getting way too many opportunities to take those kinds of shots.
Just right there.
Yeah,
Wes
off
was
the
off a
post.
little bit there. He was over a little bit too far, so he was able to come back with his stick and his paddle and was able to get a good paddle save there. But he had moved over just a little bit too much. He wasn't quite centered up on that shot, but he still made a good reactive response and got a paddle on it. So good job of making up.
So Linder off the face-off, pushes forward. Kansas City gets control. They go down low behind the net. They go out to the hash mark. Buys a little time, sends it back down low. Working their cycle up. There they go up to the point. He walks across, back to the side, gets a shot on goal into the breadbasket of Carl again. They're
Isaac's definitely working and battling down there, and he's keeping the that forward that's down there in front of Wes. He's keeping him occupied, keeping his stick up. So as long as he's staying out of way, as long as he's not ensuring that Wes isn't screened, I think Isaac's doing a good job down there. That's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, and
Now they got Giles doing it.
yeah,
So now we got
Casey's
Giles, Jonesy, Hanson, Pink in there.
Casey on this power play for them is doing a good job with their cycle. You see what they're doing on the side there. They're rotating it around. They get it to the point. They're getting a shot off. So we got to work on disrupting that. So their D walks across. He sends it down low. He's going to wrap that around behind the net. They wheel that around, back out to the other side, down low. He works around. He puts it up high. Cross ice. Sends a shot in, disrupted by Giles.
Giles made that initial, he got the initial deflection off his skate. The skate moved over, the defender was there. The KC player was able to pop it in. One of the things, and it's a positionality standpoint, right? Oliver did allow for the offensive player to be behind him. Yeah. And so in turn, when that deflection happened, that forward for or winger, whatever it is for Kansas City, he was right there to be able to pick it up though. So in that sense, you really want to keep that. It's always from a defensive standpoint, you always want to keep the puck and the player between you and the net. Yeah. And so unfortunately, that player was able to get behind Oliver, and the result was a third goal.
Yeah, so it wasn't in a bad spot. He was in there. He got it.
Got a great deflection. It's just, the problem is that he wasn't able to control the deflection.
But because the KC player was behind
him,
he slowed the puck down. He was in the way, but then that puck was sitting there for the KC player to jump on it. So yeah. Just it's little things like that.
Yep.
And, they're difference makers like this, and they jump up 3-0.
3-0 on us within the first 14 minutes of the period. So we've, once again, have dug ourselves into a hole.
So Wilson went and tried to walk across, lose it off his stick. KC comes in. And not quite the same. KC's got, kind of like Sioux City, they've got a lot of speed.
Absolutely.
And, you see them, they just come with that pressure. And, they wear us down. That's going to be an offside call. They're dancing on the blue line. Who do we get here? Pink, Paulson, and Giles. Hargrove and Jonesy on defense. That one started trickling in. Hargrove knocked it down with a stick, but it's still bouncing around. Forced West to just jump on it so they didn't get a free shot on us. Off the face-off, Kansas City pulls back. They send it forward. They get behind the net, back out wide. Rotating down.
Good job by Wyatt.
Pink checks him off the puck. We get it out of the zone, but we don't get control.
The KC's able to pick it back up and dump it back in, and so we're forced to do a 200-foot breakout.
Paulson gets past the red line. He sends that one in deep. Wraps around. Pink and Giles looking for that one. Pink can't get it. Oh, Paulson at the blue line holds it.
Smart.
Just chips it in. Wyatt gets it.
Off.
I thought he did a really good job.
I thought he did a great job doing that. Yep.
Unfortunate call, but our players.
Oh, that away,
Isaac.
Good pocket pick, baby. Good job.
Yep. Good job by Flory. Just in the right spot. Just put his stick in there, pick some pockets.
He made the right attempt, bouncing off the board. It's just the angle wasn't there to get it the momentum going forward as much as he would like. But he made a great pocket pick.
Woo! Kansas City sends ones across the bow. Up to the point that gets out of the zone. Hans goes with the pressure. Kansas City are doing a good job with the body protecting it. Giles comes away with it. Comes to the slot.
Oh, off the post.
Yeah. Did that go off the paddle and then off the post?
I think so. I think he deflected it just enough.
I think that's what happened. So good job by the KC goalie. Giles with the breakaway. Gets a shot on goal, but goalie deflects it just enough. Hits the post. 1 minute left to go in our period here. Linder chips into the zone. KC goes across ice. They bounce out of the zone. Ames is able to deflect. Paulson going to pick this one up. Oh,
shit.
Passes over to...
Come on.
Passes over to Shifley in front of the net. Not a pass that I would like to see in that situation. Hold on to it, wrap it around behind the net, give Shifley some time to do something other than, mishandling in front of the net. It's just the kind of, the kind of stuff that we coach him, like, don't mess around in front of the net.
Come on, Aiden. Come on.
Yep, Paulson trying to feed that one in there.
Golly. Come on. There we go. We're just so close and getting those deflections.
Yep.
That away, Shifley.
Yep, that's
send it down. That's what he needs to do.
That's his move as a D-man. Gets across the blue line.
Yep.
Pressure deep.
Yep.
Paulson.
Oh. Good shot.
Takes a hard shot.
Yep.
Kansas City defenseman just got in front of the puck. Casey pushes it in deep. That would have been an icing call, but that was the end of the period. So we're going to go in the locker room down 3-0 in the first period. I
Boy,
thought
we
had-
started off good on shots on goal. We were ramming it across, and then we just froze up, and now KC jumped ahead of us 17 shots to our 6 with the 3-goal lead. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we're just starting off the first period the way we've started off the last 2 games, and it just continues. So we know our boys have the capability of putting the puck in the back of the net. They've just got to calm down. They've got to patient. They got to quit trying to rush and push and do all the things and just play our hockey and play simple, smart, basic hockey and stop trying to do fancy dangling and moving through.
Find open ice.
Just
Find the open player.
ice. Yeah. Pat, move the puck forward at all times. So we'll see Coach Grant, see what he's got in store with him for the second period, and we'll see you all back in about 15. I like that. Look at that, Tom, our youngest fan. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see it in the camera. Our youngest
There
fan
it
out there
is.
cheering on his uncle.
Center ice.
I love it. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Excuse me.
Yeah,
So here we
Austin
are.
and Jana Harzma. They are another at most of our games online, cheering on Zach and team.
And pretty regulars at games as well too. So they travel
Yep.
well they travel well also.
I was having a little fun at intermission. I found a old picture of Zach having some antics. So if anybody's going to
Oh,
join us
that's
for
it.
senior night, they'll hopefully get to see that.
So here we come out, second period, right? We're down 3-0. We just need to see a good level of effort, and it's just got to start with one, right? We've got to get our momentum. We've got to get the momentum going our way.
I always say it's like breaking the seal. Like we need to get one in the net just to get the momentum going. And sometimes it just takes a lot for us to do that. And then it just seems like once you know that we can do it, then it opens it up and we can get some more of those goals. But getting that first one seems to be a
No, but
struggle.
I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, Capitals did it to us. They just put one right after the other.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit's done it to us. KC's done it to us now, one right after the other.
Yeah.
So there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to do the same thing. We've just got to put ourselves in position to get her done.
And we certainly have the talent. We got some guys that can shoot. And just for whatever reason, like we don't get those opportunities. We're not like we take those shots and they don't find the gaps. At the blue line, Flory keeping that one out.
Well, it's
pushing
like right
forward.
there. I mean, Oliver had a nice flip out into the neutral zone. We had two players, both Paulson and Pink, right there to pick it up. But unfortunately, it went right to the Kansas City D, who was out there all by himself. He was easily able to pick it up and was able to dump it back into their zone.
That one deflects up and goes in the zone.
Oh, my gosh, he's come all the way out.
I can't believe that with the pressure coming in that the goalie
Yeah,
went and made that move.
That tells you he had no concern, if
Yeah.
that tells you anything.
Yeah, that speed we were talking about, like they back check well, they get in the lanes really well.
That's just something that goalie came out like that when the puck was coming down our way. He just had no concern whatsoever.
Giles goes wide left of the goal. Paulson at the point
That's
disrupts
icing.
it for a second.
That's icing.
And Kansas City pushes it up, ices the puck. Gives us a favor for a face-off in their zone and a line change.
I'd like to see Oliver's shot obviously been on goal because it was nice and low. You'd have the chance
Yep.
for a 5-hole potentially. The goalie making a mistake, a deflection the wrong way. He just missed it on the outside a little bit. So just the little things like that is what we need to have go our way. And yes, folks, I'm out there asking for puck luck. Need something.
Yeah. So we get across ice. Hans sends it forward. Linder gets it on his stick,
There we go.
pushes
There we
forward.
go. Yep.
Wilson comes across, puts one out in front of the
Yep.
net.
Out to D. Out to D.
Out wide.
Where's our D?
Comes up high, reverses, sends that one back in. Kansas City gets it. They push it in. They come in zone entry on the left side. They drop it to the point. They send one in, goes off a skate. Linder behind the net,
Yep.
sends it forward, finds Paulson.
Oh, he just
Paulson
missed.
looks
There we
for the
go. Pick it
pass
back
and
up. There we go.
fans on
Yep,
a little
yep,
bit.
yep.
Good give and go by Wilson back to Paulson. Paulson
There we
puts
go.
one
I
on
see.
goal.
Oh,
that one
see?
bounces.
I don't have that. Why are we? I'm sorry, but you need that F2 needs to get down
Yeah.
there to that net. You don't coast in as an F2. It is so frustrating.
Yeah, those little things we
That
talked
was
about.
a perfect rebound right in front that anybody crashing the net would have been able to pick up on.
Except Shifley.
Oh, shush. Hush. Again, Oliver trying to make something do it, but again, he's skating into two people into center ice.
Little shout out. Kiefer was in the net in a couple great opportunities and just couldn't convert
Last night.
last night.
That was a tough spot, though, because he was 0.03 centimeters from the goalie, and that's a
it
tough
was-
spot from anybody to try to pick up and dump it into the net.
It was tight. Just having a little fun at his expense. But
Come
yeah,
on, get the puck, boys.
But-
Get the
but your
puck.
point
Get the puck.
remains.
Come on.
our zone entry across the org, I think we've just been in this mode where like we don't have possession, so players hold up because they're expecting it to come back at us. So Kansas City comes in right side. That's Landon Lobaugh. Just comes, I mean, he's low, he's outside the house, and just puts one across the goalie and finds the top corner. Watch this on the replays.
You've got to have that pressure, and you've got to be able to push him out more. I mean, he made a good shot. I'm not taking anything away from the kid's shot. He made a hell of a shot. Good snipe, top over the top of the West's back shoulder. But
watch as he gets there. We have two guys out there pushing him out wide, but he just gets around that shoulder, and it opens enough that he can take a shot. He doesn't waste any time. He's not stick handling a bunch.
Nope, not at all. But this is what we've said about Kansas City, right? They're a good sniping team, right? They make good shots, controlled under pressure. Linder's making his way in, tripped up. We're going to get a trip here. We're going to get it. We're going to get it, so we're going to go on our power play here, our Iridium CrossFit power play. Thank you to Ames Iridium CrossFit for all you do for our on-ice strength and conditioning training. So thank you to our primary sponsor, Ames Iridium CrossFit.
And that's what speed does. Linder's coming in with speed. They can't do anything. They're reaching, trying to slow him down with whatever they can. They trip him up, and that's how we get penalties. So we need that. We need that aggressive, zone entry. So they're KC wraps that one around.
We need to watch. We need to get possession, but we also need to watch what's coming in. So, come on, get the puck.
Yep, we got two guys on.
Come on.
KC player just has it tied up on there.
Three of them down there, and that
Jones
boy's
trying to
still.
dig it out.
There
Linder
we
trying
go.
to dig it out.
No, there we go.
So we needed to get that puck win. So we needed the bodies. Jones sends it forward, trying to find Pink. And Kansas City chips it forward again. At number 11, Deaver, it's got some wheels. There we go. Linder gets it, feeds over to Pink, loses a wheel there. Pink enters in the right side. He was gonna.
Come on, Wyatt.
He's
Come on,
gonna
baby.
pull in, goes around the goal. There we go. Open up. Looks to feed up to Linder. Linder's able to hold the zone. He sends it back in deep. Hanson's going to go in the corner. Wilson comes away with it. He walks across, tries to feed it up to the point, and then Kansas City disrupts that one, and they send it back to the far end. Jones going to pick this up. He reverses. Stretch pass, looking to find Wilson. Wilson has a little opportunity, sends it over to Hans. Hans is a little low. He puts it up in front of the net. Paulson looking to dig it out. Up to the point. Giles holds that one along the boards. We go across. Wilson can't get control. And KC, I was talking to team coordinator Rod Jones. Capitals did what they did there really masterfully on Friday night, where they're just doing those lobs out of the zone. It buys time. We're not getting it. It's not going especially fast, but it gets it out, and you can't get under it, can't get control of it very well. It just burns clock. And there we are at the end of our power play as we wind down here. Kansas City's going to come back full strength here. Did we get shots on goal in that one?
Nope.
Maybe a couple?
Nothing
no.
yet.
Gotta pass the puck, boys!
How are we? Oh, they're back on 5-on-5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to go down.
So from that zone entry, again, it would have been, Giles could have noticed that he had two defenders collapsing on him, just to flip it up, dump it in, and then chase it to the back. He could have looked, because I think there was an F2 coming along with him, but he still had two people on him, so that would have still been a hard pass across. But trying to skate into two people, it's pretty difficult.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
you're
an
offside.
offside.
Yep, I
Yep.
saw that one.
So
13 just had too much momentum. Good for them. Thank you.
We'll take it. Right call. Referees are perfect all the time, 80% of the time. Linder's going to take this face off. He pushes it forward. Casey gets it at the red line. They push forward. Linder steps up, gets it out of the zone, but KC pushes it back deep. Hargrove picks it up, looking for a clearing pass. Tries to get to Wilson. Number 8 for KC steps up, gets a shot on goal. Good job by West shutting that down. Now we lob that one. There's the kind of little lob shot we need to get that buys time. Puck wraps around. Casey picks it up. Here they come left side. They feed up. 13 chips it into the zone. Fleury going down, trying to get control of it. Casey spins around. Fleury uses his stick. He pulls that one away. He's looking up, trying to look for that stretch pass. Wilson gives this bounce, and Wilson couldn't grab it. Kansas City feeds forward.
Good
little
job.
Dangle move, but Jones does a good job not biting. There's a shot on goal. West knocks it down, but can't control it. Goes behind the net. Puck's wrapping around. Shifley separates the KC player from the puck. Where did it go out of play? There. Must have bounced up out of play.
Leonard's going ahead, maybe working a little bit either on his chip shot or his swing, one or the other.
Is there a sand trap down there?
Maybe. So Giles and Paulson have made their way in with Pink on the face-off, with Shifley and Fleury on the D. There we go. Good play, no, Jonesy's still out there. My bad.
Cross ice, finds Giles. Oh, he just.
Oh, that's what I mean.
There's.
That's what I mean by puck luck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just he had it right there.
Yeah. Like it went through, it got through his legs, and then we're caught off sides and can't get control of it. But I think that puck luck comes with hustle, too. Giles checks up. It's down behind the net. Casey comes out left side. They chip it off the boards. Shifley's back there.
It's going to be icing.
Oh. Man, in the JV game, there's one that just barely trickled. They pulled up on it, and they let the icing go. It's like they're up 4-0. Let that make them hustle. Giles gets a hold of it, goes over to Paulson. Paulson up to Pink. Pink enters the zone. He moves right side, takes a shot into the glove of the KC goalie. There's another one where I do want to see him take shots, but I think doing a little more setup, working that puck in deeper. His forwards are setting up for him. Buy him a little time and get that opportunity. It might be warranted there. And that one's kind of tough because.
But I will just iterate that even if that was to take place, even if he'd had a shot, our forwards were still not crashing the board. I mean, our forwards did not crash the board.
They're still
on
coasting.
That. Yeah, I mean his shot was just a little wide, but he could have flubbed his glove hand.
Could have bounced out.
Could have bounced out. But we would have had zero net front presence if that would have occurred.
And what happens with that net front presence? That puts pressure on him. That distracts him. That makes him have to think about multiple things. Puck luck happens when you got the pressure. Pants at the boards, can't hold on to it. Fleury coming over for the help, can't get it. That one pops out, and that's going to be an icing call. I didn't think it touched anybody, but I couldn't see the linesman with his hand up over there. Who do we got in here? Pink and Giles and Paulson with Jones and Hargrove. Or no, Jones and Shifley.
Is it Jones and Shifley? I wonder if they got it just kind of messed up there. But
I saw a 6.
No, it is Shifley.
It's Shifley, yeah. I said Hargrove first.
Yeah, well, it's the natural thing to say.
That's the normal pairing. There we go. Good feed by Paulson.
I liked it. Get to it, Aiden.
There he
Dump
is.
it,
Good
Aiden.
spot.
There we go.
Yep.
There we
Ankles
go.
into
Get
the
to
zone.
it, Wyatt.
Pink going with the pressure. They set it up. Paulson again. Tries to push it back forward. Pops out into neutral ice. Shifley goes D to D to Jones. Jones gets to the red line. He backhands that one into the zone. Paulson, Pink, and Giles keeping the pressure down there. Casey's going to send that one. That's going to be an icing call on
Nope,
Casey.
they got the board. The board bounced it back.
Ugh. So Jones at least with a good hustle. He was there in position. Casey puts it out. Pink catches up to the puck, pushes it deep in the zone. Goalie steps back, tees it up. They pick it up, come out left side. Looking for the clearing pass, knocked off an Ames stick. Little back and forth. In neutral ice, Shifley looking for Jones. Oh boy, they just floated one in the middle.
Yep. We just got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he was there.
He was wide open. He had it
right in the slot. just drifting in. He just misfired.
5:35 left in the second period. 4-0 Kansas City.
I think the powers. Yeah, this one. Having a power emergency for our stream.
Offsides, fortunately. So we have Linder, Wilson, and Hance in there, along with Hargrove and Flory. I don't know. We'll have to see if they did change up the D pairing a little bit here. We'll have to see if it was just we got caught out there, and that's just how it organically. Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
If it organically happened that way, or if there was an intention behind the no, and that normally will be told by how long it stays that way.
Yep. So after the whistle, and they're keeping Hargrove and Flory together. So
It was an intentional change.
Coach Dave thinks
what he
that was
thinks.
an intentional
Yep.
change.
So I'm.
Like you said,
I have a tendency to agree with him at this moment. We'll see if it stays that way, but I think he's correct on that. So
if after the whistle and they kind of leave them together, seems like a good assumption. Casey walks in. They go to the hash mark.
just left alone. He just got so he had so he.
And Casey
He had
looks,
so much open space to make that shot.
They look like they're setting up a power
I mean,
play.
we don't need Wilson down that low. He's just sitting up there at the top, all by his lonesome.
Ames wraps around. Wilson clearing pass, finds Linder. Linder makes a move coming out of the zone. Casey chips out. And just like that, they get a breakaway.
Isaac did a nice job stepping back in and disrupting that, but yep.
Casey chips out.
Just look at that, all by himself. Hey, say, hey, I'm here. Let me just hang out with your goalie.
Yeah, Hance gets that one out of the zone. Casey loops around and neutralized. They enter, makes a move. Linder
Oh, he's
pushing him
going to
out.
get a hooking on that.
It's under his arm, so yeah. See his official call, but he's got one
Hold it.
hold.
So we're back on the penalty kill. We're going to have
So Linder wrapped his stick around him, which would have been okay, except then he just kind of pulled back a little bit, and that was kind of that call between a hold or a hook.
so who's going to stay out there?
So watch
Who's-
Linder as he
Keller's
comes
going
in.
out.
Wraps around, just gets his arm around him, and that's where the hold comes from.
Keller's coming in for this penalty kill, along with Shifley, Pink, and Jonesy.
Yeah, good to see Keller checking in.
That's good.
Hope
He's
we'll
got a
get some
big
more
body, and
chances.
he's got a. Yep.
So Pink comes away, chips that one out of the zone. Good job clearing the zone. Casey comes out. Pink filling some lanes. There we go. Shifley steps up, sends it far end. We need to see more of that. Pink puts the pressure down there. Casey collects, and here they come.
We'll take that offsides.
They get caught a lot in those offside moves. I don't know if that's just the speed of their players doing that or where that comes from. I think just that aggressive play where they got players all looking to charge into the zone. So as they make that move.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Is that Black Sabbath?
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. It's one of those
Look
old,
at that. Come on.
Old
God,
80s
he
hair
just
band.
comes right in. Man. Unfortunately, at our angle right now, it's so easy to see. I mean, it's easy for me to stand up here and see those lanes, but those lanes are just wide open for them to step in.
Yeah. There's another one. Gets up to the point. He's got a line straight into the goal. D to D, walks down. Oh, and that one just off the blocker of Wes. He just sneaks past him. He squared up there decent, but just the angles. He left that shoulder off the post a little bit, and that bounced in. See if we can see this. So we see that. They go D to D. He just walks down. He has that lane open and just left in front of the goal. And I think it bounced off Wes's blocker, and that's how it snuck past him.
I want to just talk. I just want to preface that they're just leaving that point wide open to make shots like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they are getting no pressure on the outside whatsoever.
And that's one, like a traditional penalty kill box, like formation. Like when it goes D to D, that's a typical pass you're going to make. That guy in that box should be closing that lane down. We do drills all the time where guys are filling that lane. See how we... I was hoping for a little better showing today. I thought we were going to get it at the beginning, but let's see what we get out of this period. And at this point, we're kind of just looking for little victories, right? Another broken stick down there?
No, or just somebody lost it. I think Chuck lost his stick. But it broke. So I'm going to know in advance this time that we're at running clock. So I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
I know why the clock will be running in certain situations now.
Yeah.
So my awareness of what's happening in this game is there now.
You find your inner peace.
Yep. So as soon as this puck drops, we will be at running clock.
So Pink takes us face off, joined by Giles and Paulson. KC passes forward. They go left. They send that one in front. That one bounces off. Giles picks it up. He's got a little room. He lobs that one cross ice. Little room for Paulson to skate under it. They wave off icing. KC wins the race to the puck. Oh, Jones holds it in. He sends one on goal. Giles puts it back in front. Pink's got a little room.
Oh, just over the
goal.
shoulder, yeah. Good spot.
Nice job. There's what happens when forwards are in position.
Yeah, when they're in the slot uncontested, you're able to make a good free shot. Pink tried to put it up high. He knew the goalie was sitting there and knew he couldn't put it to his chest, so he tried to.
Oh, Pink gets another opportunity here. See if he can. Yes! Pink breaks the seal. That's what we needed. We needed to get on the board. We'll stop the running clock.
Woo! My awareness of gameplay is that we are no longer under running clock.
You're really observant.
I am paying attention today, Tom. I am dialed in. I think it has to do with that extra shot of espresso that Heather Moran put in my coffee this morning when she ordered
the
it.
shorts. Yeah,
she thought it would be fun to throw a third shot of espresso in my large venti coffee, and not to mention the pregame
Malort.
No, the pregame that we partake in beforehand. So,
there's another one breaks loose. KC puts one on goal, deflects off of Wes's pads. Keller in the corner. And that will burn through our clock of the second period.
Yep. So what's going to happen here, right? We've got a little bit of momentum. We were able to get a score in the last 40 seconds of the game, of the period. So we were able to get on the board. So we'll hope for a little momentum going into the third period and a little positivity, and we'll just see how the boys end up, and we'll see you back in about 15. third, we've got Linder, Wilson, and Hance along with Shifley and Jonesy. So I'm going to go with the intentional switch of D players, which is not a bad thing. I mean, Jonesy's being our captain and being a good mentor on this team. It's a good, with Oliver not being back there, his regular D partner, Jonesy's in a good position to provide some good mentorship and stuff to Kiefer as well, though. So Kansas City able to make the zone entry and get a pretty good, easy shot on goal. Wes is fortunately squared up to the net and was able to pull it in, but the number 8 had a pretty easy pathway in and easy shot on net. So once again, Kansas City's able to get behind our D and able to get a good shot on net as well. Wes is able to square up. I think he was having a little communication there, kind of saying, hey guys, do you mind not giving them such easy shots?
Help a brother out.
Help a man out. Isaac's able to pick that up. Paulson's out to Pink.
Good breakout pass. Pink goes in. Drops to Giles. Giles walks in. Good zone. Good offensive setup down there.
Yeah, we had in good position there and good tic-tac back and forth between Giles and Pink. And Paulson was there in the same position as well, just not able to.
And oh my gosh. Lobaugh comes in again. Just skated right around our D-man. Gets around to the far side of the net and just sticks one under the glove side of West there. Watch as he comes in. And we're set up pretty decent defensively, but he gets around. He goes, I think, for the hip check, and he just goes right around him. And then he's able to kind of swoosh up in front of the net.
I think he made a 5-hole shot there, it looked like.
Was it 5-hole? He kind of came in. It was either 5-hole or he got around, but it didn't look like it went up, so 5-hole makes sense.
And we are officially at running clock again, so.
Jones with the breakout. Finds Wilson. Wilson gets it in deep, goes into the corner. Oh, gets driven into a boarding call. I think we got an opportunity here. West doesn't recognize it. We'll see if we get just a roughing call. Like the way Wilson got his head driven into the boards, I'm surprised that didn't end up being a boarding call.
I'm not surprised. Nothing about the officiating this weekend has surprised me. So we have Keller going in. I believe that's where Hance would normally be because you have Linder, Pink, Jonesy, and Wilson out there. So we've got Keller. So trying to put another big body there in front of the net. Keller's down there making his way through. Pink, oh boy.
I like the idea that he was going just to get that one
just
down
a
on
bit
net.
Outside.
Wilson feeds across.
Linder, he had the opportunity there, just couldn't get a hold of it.
Just out of reach.
Keller's right there.
Oh, and he can't hold the zone. Gets under Wilson's stick. Jones picks it up. He goes to cross ice to Linder. Linder's going to go doesn't go behind. He goes and he finds Pink. He goes to Jones. Jones pulls back, feeds over to Pink. Pink gets a little room here. He's got room in front of the net. Tried to pull it back. Player loses a helmet.
I'd say so.
Kansas City player lost his helmet there. I don't know if a stick got up there.
They are or not. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. They're not switching them out.
So automatic. Coach Dave called out, like a player loses a helmet, immediate whistle. Like if there's an injury or someone's down on the ice, they wait for a stoppage in play. But just a safety thing, someone catch a puck in the head or something without a helmet. It's extremely dangerous, so right call there. Pink walks in.
Yep, good
goes
shot.
High with this
yep,
one.
I like that.
Wilson at the point. He walks across. Looking for Jones. Gets
just
past
where
him.
y'all going.
Yeah, and then Kansas City's able to step up and send that one to the far end. Pink's going to go pick it up. One more chance to get in the zone and make something happen. Pink's going to use the wheels. He goes in right-hand side, dumps it in deep. Keller comes up in front of the net. Pink's wheeling around. He's going to loop around. Whoa, Wilson goes for the one-timer and just doesn't connect Wilson sends another one into the glove of the goalie, and Kansas City comes back full strength with that freezing of the play. We get one shot on goal out of that.
If
Yeah. A little extra breeze in here with Wilson's fanning over the puck. Flory sends this one deep. Pink goes up against the boards looking for it, pops out. Giles picks it up, looking to find Flory up high. Kansas City picks it off. Here they come, 3v2 into the zone. They move right, try to work it to the slot, kind of walking in. Giles gets it on his stick, chips it up out of the zone. Kansas City picks it up in neutral ice. They push forward. Pink picks this one off again, trying to feed up to Giles, and he can't control it. Kansas City feeds up. They have a man waiting right by the blue line. He comes in, right-hand side. He fed across. He had West dead to rights on that far side and just luckily went over the goal.
Yeah, Chuck made the decision to take the shooter on that one, and I mean that's a defensive moment, and I can't say it was right or wrong, but it left that backside forward coming in, pretty wide open shot on the net. So sometimes it's the right move to take that shooter on the D-man, but you better be daggum sure that there's not a trailer back there for them to shoot.
And that one just trickles in between Jones and Carl. Goes
Man,
in the backside of the net.
Is it possible to be the bad news bears of hockey? I mean, this is just this fumble this weekend is just
the comedy of errors.
It's just comedy, just one right after the other. I don't even know.
Was there a full moon? I don't know what's going on. Like they're not. The
kind of reminds me of last year. Remember when we were in Dubuque the last weekend, and it was kind of we needed those games in Dubuque to get into state and all that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of the same mojo, right? I just don't understand it.
I'm with you. Where it's just,
I mean, there's just absolutely nothing that can go our way.
And Dubuque was a team last year we should have squared up well against, and we just didn't.
And I'm not taking anything away from Kansas City. Kansas City is an excellent team. They're very high skilled. They're very well coached. So I'm not taking anything away from them. But some of the things that we're doing, some of the errors that we're making just don't – it just is –
and this is the time when we needed to start closing some deals and sealing up the season and trying to make that play on state. And the same thing last year where it's like, we had opportunities and we got to the end of the season and nothing was going our way.
I mean, we're right there. We kind of hold destination. We kind of hold our destiny and our own fate, which oftentimes is what you want. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So Hargrove going in, feeds that one over to, tried to feed that one going in the zone. Their players got crossed up, and the wrong guy entered the zone first.
I mean, I don't know. Is it a communication thing? Hey, or does the winger just make sure he goes to the outside and doesn't try to crash through the middle? I mean, but for our center and our winger to run into each other on the blue line.
Yeah. So we briefly get in the zone, and Kansas City chips this one out. Down in the corner. Paulson moves it to the middle. Hargrove drops to Giles. Giles sends it forward, trying to find Pink. It goes behind him. Kansas City off the boards, in on the right-hand side. Hargrove keeps him squared up. Paulson pushes wide. Here comes Pink. Works his way through the slot. Can't get through the second player. Kansas City pushes back into the corner.
Well, you also can't throw your stick up and then all of a sudden do a big old sweep and circle around. I mean, you got to stop and go back and try to get the puck. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, boy, that one.
Boy, that hurt.
Yeah, that one right up under his chin strap. You saw him kind of immediately fold over.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, nothing bad, just bad position. Looked like it caught him right in the throat. That's going to be uncomfortable for a little while, but he's able to get over to the bench on his own okay. Oh, boy. And there goes. Luckily, the pipe saved us. Bar up instead of bar down. Wilson off the bench. Goes cross ice to Linder. Linder makes a move. Pulls back. Drops down low. Keller comes in for help up to the point. Scheifele, no, it doesn't go that high up. Couldn't quite see where the puck was. Scheifele holds this one from entering the zone clean. Keller comes away with it. He makes a move, gets up to the blue line. 2 players from KC close that one down. Scheifele gets up to the line, and he gets to the red or the blue line and doesn't dump it deep, but he gets it in there. Here comes KC up the right-hand side. Tried to take a shot, but Scheifele was in the lane. Linder trying to get a hold of that one. Hargrove tying up at the line. Scheifele comes out left side, feeding up to Keller. Casey breaks it up at the blue line. They work their way up the right-hand side. Wilson battling out there. Gets taken down. I think there's 2 points for that takedown. Kansas City walking their way in. Man wide open in front, and that one deflects out of play.
Boy, they just had their way with us in that little possession right there. They had no problem maintaining possession in our defensive zone right there. They just were freely moving the puck around without any.
Yeah, and
A couple of shots on goal. Had they at least 3 shots on goal in that sequence?
Yeah. Yeah, and our players, I mean, we look like we're playing in a penalty kill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just cycling around like we're not. They always have a guy open. Pink pushes forward off that face-off. Casey.
I mean, I definitely feel like we're not playing positional hockey, right? We're not playing where we should be. You're just running and chasing the puck is what it feels like what's happening.
Yeah, that's it. You see how it happens. You know, you get down kind of big like this, and yeah, you start seeing things break down. Jones sends that one out. There we go, a little breakaway opportunity for Giles. Giles works his way in, makes a move backhander, deflects up in the air. Second chance for Pink in front of the net. Doesn't get it. Oh, goalie's off of his skates. Pink trying to hold it. Can't quite get it. Flory chips up to Giles. Gets it in the zone, but unable to get control. There was some good pressure in front of the net. Love to see that. Casey gets
Could
control
be wrong
now.
on this, but I'd love to see him just shoot it instead of trying to go back behind and go on the backhand side. So just easy. Just easy. Golly.
So Casey gets in there just right up the slot. Sneak one in low on West down there. See this breakaway. He comes in, top of your screen there.
Man, this is getting hard to call.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be encouraging here, but this is almost as bad as it was. I mean, if not worse than the way it was on Friday night. I mean, Friday night, they got us real fast, 5 minutes, and then we played 2 good, solid periods of hockey. But this has been a pretty consistent, not good play of hockey for 3 solid periods. And to your point, Tom, at the beginning, I mean, normally Sundays normally we bounce back pretty strong. I mean, even when we don't have a great game on Saturday night, we've been very competitive on Sundays. And so I just, what's going on right now?
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I just feel like at the point of the season where we should be firing on all cylinders, and we definitely are not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as frustrated as you and I are right now, I mean, the players are going to be frustrated with themselves here. So, you've got to take this opportunity from this weekend. What are you going to learn from it? How are you going to grow? Are you going to still fight to the very end?
Yeah. Casey with the pressure there
Why's
again.
the clock stop? Oh, they stopped the clock.
Stopped for the
they
goal.
stopped for the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Run it. Just run it. Keep your hand off the stop button. I feel like I want to take Coach Flory's advice and start a ruckus here. Just start cheering, "Let's go Niners! Let's go Niners!" See if we can get the Kansas City fans over there riled up a little bit.
I think you could say about anything, but that might actually start a fight.
We love Brock Purdy. I think if we just start yelling all kind of things, just
Purdy,
Purdy, Purdy, Purdy.
Who are you rooting for today?
Who you rooting for? I have no skin in the game.
Wave that one off. That was well behind the red line. I think they're going to let the mercy rule come into play here.
As I like to say, I watch it for the commercials. Even though at this stage of the game, they'd show all the commercials even before.
Yeah.
There was the time, when you really got during the halftime, you really got to sit and watch the commercials, but now they broadcast them all early. So it's almost not even.
Do you have a memorable commercial you like from the past?
I just, to kind of show my sensitivity side, I always enjoyed those Budweiser commercials with the puppy and the dog and the big horses. I don't know. Those always seem to.
The one that I always remember and I thought was hilarious is that old Doritos commercial. I think it was Doritos. And they're in they're at the OBGYN office doing an ultrasound, and he's got that Dorito and the baby's in the ultrasound reaching for the Dorito.
Yeah.
Then wife gets mad and he throws the Dorito.
And the baby starts.
I think that came out about the time when we were having a baby.
I think I do remember what was the one where the play on the movie, was it movies 1999? What was the movie? I think it was an Apple commercial where they were announcing Apple, but they were doing something with the a version of the. Oh, good job, Isaac. Trying to make something happen. Now my memory's starting to play with me. Oh, just right there to the Kansas City guy. They're just playing with us now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to come down to our last minute of the game here before we drop the puck. There's our official 1 minute to go point.
So we're heading into next weekend. We've got Mason City up in Mason City. So that will be our one game for the weekend. And then we will finish the season off the following weekend with the senior weekend against Fremont. So
up to the point.
And then from there we will see we'll see how the math works out. But I think if we were to win our last 3 games and do what we have to do, I think we've got to depend on a number of things happening.
There's a slight chance.
If we represent anything today with puck luck, I'm not sure we'll have much number luck there. So unfortunately we've squandered away on several opportunities this season. So all I want to see though is just. We got to let this weekend go, right? You cannot hang on to this weekend. You got to go into tomorrow night when you get back on the ice, you get back to practicing, you focus on the next game, which is ahead of us, and that's what we need to see. This weekend's done. It's in the past, right? You can say what you want. There's no value. There's no value in armchair quarterbacking. There's no value in what ifs. No value in where you are wrong. None of that. This team needs to come together. They need to support one another. They need to be positive with one another and finish this season out strong. I don't care if we make state at this moment. I care how we finish.
Because you got to tee up for next year. We're still making progress as an organization.
Absolutely.
And that's one where every season is a chance for us to build, and I think we have plenty of opportunity for that. We've got some good talent still coming up.
Absolutely. So the future's still bright here, and folks, please understand we're not closing this season out. I think Tom and I are referencing the expectation is that we expect them to finish this season strong, right?
Absolutely.
Come together as a team, support one another, and let's finish strong. So for all of our family and friends here in Kansas City, I hope everybody has safe travels home. For all of you watching, sorry today didn't turn out the way it did, but it is.